What does making change or being environmentally friendly mean to you? Many people can be intimidated by these questions because we're often made to think that the only way we can have an impact is by making huge steps such as converting to electrical vehicles or going vegan. And these are certainly very environmentally friendly things that people can do, but making change or being environmentally friendly doesn't mean changing your whole life. It can be as simple as one action. There's actually tons of small, simple things that we can change in our lives or actions that we can take that make a huge impact on the world around us, but don't feel like we're making huge sacrifices. These can be really simple acts, such as just walking to the store instead of driving if it's only a few blocks away, changing your light bulbs to LED, or even just changing who you buy from and being more conscientious of what businesses are more friendly than others. There are honestly countless easy ways that we can all make change and have a positive impact on the environment around us, and in that sense, pledging to do an act of green or making change in the environment around us isn't a new idea. Billions of people have actually participated in very similar events to this Act of Green hashtag, in which they all recognize little changes that they can make in their lives to have a more positive impact on the world around us. The fact of the matter is, we all have an impact on the world, regardless of whether we want to. So it's a question of how can you make that impact a positive one? What small act can you do to make the world a greener place? This is actually my second time around with this Act of Green pledge, and so I want to get a little bit more serious about it, and this year I'm pledging to reduce my meat consumption to a maximum of 3 days a week. Meat production actually contributes to 18% of overall global emissions, and that's actually more than all vehicles combined, so it's quite a big impact overall, beef being the biggest contributor of that overall emission. And global meat consumption is actually expected to double between 1999 and 2050, so that obviously means that the overall environmental impact that it's having is expected to double as well. And so with that, the amount of meat that everyone consumes on a daily basis really does need some consideration and change. I've actually come to learn that you don't need as much protein in your daily diet as we're often made to think. And I had learned a while ago that beef was a really bad contributor to environmental issues, so I'd actually stopped eating it a few years ago. And I want to take another step now that I don't eat beef and eat less meat, because I feel if I take these gradual steps and slowly work myself down from being used to consuming meat so often, going vegetarian eventually won't be shocking to me at all, because at that point I'll hopefully be relatively used to not having meat in my diet that much, and thus I'll feel ready for it, and I think it's a permanent change that I will be able to make. But at this point I don't quite feel ready yet, so I'm just cutting back on my meat consumption to a maximum of 3 days, hopefully less, but a max of 3 days a week for now, and I'm hoping that next year my Act of Green pledge will be to go vegetarian. And with this, I encourage you to not feel intimidated by the idea of making change. You can do it gradually like I am. Take small steps, make small changes in your life, because each and every change does have a huge impact, no matter how small it does feel. So take a moment to reflect on your life and what possible small changes you could make, and then I challenge you to pledge your own Act of Green and leave it in the comments below, or make your own vlog with the hashtag Act of Green and see how you can start making your impact a positive one. Be a part of what the world needs and make change today. Happy Earth Day, everyone.
An idea.
An escape.
Ideas are bulletproof.